नमस्कार, आदाब, सत श्री अकाल और बोलो की हालचाल। आप सभी का स्वागत है मस्ती की पाठशाला में, मेरी क्लास में। मैं हूँ पीडी रामकृष्ण। आई होप सो एवरीबडी इज़ फाइन एंड स्टडिंग एट होम। आप सभी लोग बहुत अच्छे होंगे, सेफ होंगे और पढ़ रहे होंगे। आप सभी का स्वागत है मेरे इस पाठशाला में, ठीक है, मेरे क्लास में। ऑल ऑफ यू आर वेलकम। ओके, टुडे वी आर जस्ट गोइंग टू डील विथ continuation of chapter, that is economics, class 9th, chapter 1, the story of village Palampur. With the help of that example, we are just going to learn various factors of economy. Okay, so please pay attention towards my lecture and be with me till the end of the video. Okay, before starting, शुरू करने से पहले आपको बता देना चाहता हूँ, हम लोग ये सारे जो लेक्चर ले रहे हैं वो डिजिटल इंडिया इनिशिएटिव के अंडर ले रहे हैं। ओके, डिजिटल इंडिया, इट इज़ गोइंग टू बी कन्वर्ट इंडिया इनटू द नॉलेज बेस्ड इकोनॉमी। ओके, नॉलेज बेस्ड इकोनॉमी एंड एम्पावर विथ इंफॉर्मेशन एंड टेक्नोलॉजी। ओके, यू आर लर्निंग अंडर द ई लर्निंग प्लेटफॉर्म। ओके, these lectures are specially built up for Kendriya Vidyalaya, Navodaya Vidyalaya. Okay, if you are from a Navy Children's School, then also you can watch. If you are from Army Public School, then also you can watch. And if you are from any other private school, you are welcome here. Okay, just only you must be have completed this criteria that you are opting for CBSE board. Okay, and even though if you are not opting for the CBSE board, then also you are welcome in our platform if you are seeking knowledge. Okay, let's move on. Before moving ahead, I just wanted to remind everybody else, this is an initiative Masti Ki Pathshala started by the class 10th standard students, okay, of 2019-20 batch, and because of them I am here online. Okay, if you really like this initiative, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment. Okay, please don't forget to give us suggestions. Your suggestions are very valuable for us. आपके सजेशन मेरे लिए बहुत वैल्यूएबल है और आपके सजेशन की वजह से ही मैं आपकी रिक्वायरमेंट, नॉलेज बेस की रिक्वायरमेंट कंप्लीट कर सकता हूँ बहुत अच्छे क्वालिटी के साथ। और आपको एम्पावर करना ही मेरा एकमात्र लक्ष्य है, ठीक है। Now today we are just going to deal with the class 9th economics. That is a continuation part 2, the story of village Palampur. Okay, let's begin. It is a chapter 1, the story of village Palampur. Till so far we have covered. हमने आज तक अभी तक क्या क्या कवर किया है लास्ट लेक्चर में? Introduction of village Palampur. Introduction of village Palampur. Palampur is a hypothetical village. Okay, imaginary village where we are imagining. Such a thing is given in your book that Palampur is a hypothetical village, imaginary village, the village with every facility. Okay, the village having every facility, we can call it it is a totally developed village. Okay, this village is having a total connectivity with Tehsil, nearest town, nearest village. This village also having schools, primary school, secondary school. Okay, even higher secondary school, also having a electricity supply, 24/7 electricity supply, healthcare facilities. Even this village is having a private practitioners. These are the symbol of a all-dimensional progress. From Palampur, we came to know that if nation is developing, so basic requirements of the people going to be fulfilled itself. And these are the basic requirement. Okay, earlier there was only 3 basic requirement: food, shelter and clothes. But nowadays the fundamental requirement or the basic requirement expanded. Okay, we are learning this expansion of a requirements of a people from the example which is given in Palampur. Okay, given in your book as a Palampur. Here they mention a factor of production. Okay, last lecture में हमने cover किया है उसको factor of production. Okay, there are four factors of production. First is the land, second is the labor, third is the capital, fourth is the human capital. Okay, human capital also known as a knowledge. Okay, Government of India wanted to turn whole India into the knowledge based economy to improve human capital. You are learning in a school, you are going continuously school, and after school you will opt for some professional courses. Okay, what is the ultimate aim of government to provide you education? Government's aim is to create a valuable human capital. You will be rich with knowledge, and that knowledge will be applied by you, and indirectly it will be beneficial to in the growth of our economy. Okay, overall development of nation will be benefited. Okay, fixed capital and working capital, we already gone through fixed capital as well as a working capital. Okay, working capital is one of the most vital element. Once you started a business, if you don't have working capital, your business will be turned down. There will be no taking up business, because it is a very simple and direct thing that ये सीधी सीधी क्लियर कट बात है. अगर आप बिजनेस स्टार्ट करोगे, आपके पास अगर बिजनेस चलाने के लिए पैसा नहीं है, बिजनेस स्टार्ट करने के लिए पैसा है, ठीक है, then your business will be in loss. Okay, suppose taking an example, if you are a trader and you open a shop or you started one a manufacturing. Okay, you arrange all the types of fixed capital. Okay, you arrange land, workshop, you arrange laborers, you even arrange a raw material. You purchase raw material from the market. Okay, after purchasing raw material, you purchase machineries, and machinery started processing it. Okay, after the processing, you created a finished good. Now finished good going to be packed, and that packed good going to be sold into the nearest market. But the sellers of that market will say that, let's see whether the people pick up your sales or not. Okay, if it will not be sellable on market, we will return it. Till then, please hold on the payment. Okay, now your payment is on hold. Okay, you already heavily invested in all the types of raw material, machineries and labor. Okay, you have to carry out this production if the sales started picking out. Okay, मार्केट में अगर सेल्स अगर पिकअप कर लेंगे तो आपको प्रोडक्शन कंटिन्यू रखना होगा. In that case, you have to purchase a raw material again. You have to pay the bills of electricity. You have to pay the payment to laborers. For that purpose, you require money, and that money is nothing but a working capital. Okay, most of the people, those who fail in business, they forget this dimension. Okay, वो इसको ध्यान नहीं देते हैं. इनिशियली हैप्पीली बिजनेस स्टार्ट कर लेते हैं, बिजनेस में जंप करते हैं, लेकिन वर्किंग कैपिटल का ध्यान नहीं रखते. ओके, to sustain a business, Government of India given a 5 lakh crore rupees during this lockdown. Okay, especially as a working capital, cheaper loan, so that our businesses should not be destroyed because of the lockdown. Okay, because during this lockdown there is no taking up of shelf goods. All the manufacturing goods are still there, and there is no much more sales. Okay, because of loss of sales in market, our company should not destroyed. Okay, so there's supposed to be a sustainable backing, and that backing is provided by the Government of India by providing and declaring 5 lakh crore as a supportive fund, that is known as working capital. Okay, one more scheme is there, that is known as a Mudra scheme. Okay, startup scheme is also there, where the government providing cheaper loan to start a smaller business or to sustain your business. Okay, such a thing. That's why working capital, which we gone through in our last lecture in a detailed manner, it is one of the vital element in economy. Okay, especially in any industry. Let it be a electronic industry, let it be sugar industry, let it be a lining industry, let it be a stationery industry. From Ambani to normal trader, everybody is directly depend on a working capital. Okay, loss of working capital means a loss of total business. Let's move on. Importance of working capital in industry, that we have already gone through. Management of all resources is also the important factor. Okay, you have everything. You arrange fixed capital, you arrange working capital, okay, but you don't know how to manage it, okay. From starting to set a starting point, when you are just in initial stage, purchasing of land, setting up machineries, okay, hiring good people, skilled laborers, okay, then purchasing raw material, then creating design, creating your product, designing product, and marketing, advertising and sales. For this purpose required a great management. If you are failed to manage these things, your business will be in loss, okay, let it be any kind of business, okay. That's why management skills are paramount, okay. That's why most of the bigger businesses and bigger industries keep different various types of manager. They have a production manager, they have a design manager, sales manager, advertising manager, okay, account manager, and managing various kinds of people. इतना सारा चीज उनके पास होता है. Sorry. Let's move on. Now we will look into the farming in Palampur. Farming is a primary factor known as a primary industry, okay, basic industry, or we can now farming. Why I'm just calling farming as an industry? Because Government of India itself adopted farming and given a status as a industry, okay. Initial days Government of India not given a farming as an industrial status, but recently Government of India granted an industrial status to the farming, okay. That's why I'm just saying using this word, okay. Farming in a Palampur. Now we will look in through the lens of a Palampur, we will examine farming. Farming क्या है, कैसा है, ठीक है. It comes under the primary sector. Farming is a part of primary sector, okay. For farming, which is the most important thing, okay, which is the most important thing for farming? Land is the most important thing. Land, which is a fixed and limited resource, okay. We are living on earth, okay. Earth is rotating in space. Earth is just like a spaceship, okay. Even artificial spaceship which we sending into space, okay, we can reinforce them, but earth cannot be reinforced from outside. We have a limited resource on earth, okay, and that too land is very limited resource, okay, which is a fixed and limited resource. Farming is the main production activity in Palampur. Palampur's main production activity is farming, okay. That means maximum people either earning directly or indirectly from farming. Directly earning means they are directly working on a farm, okay. Indirectly earning means they are engaged into farm allied activity such as dairy farming, okay, sericulture, fish culture, as well as manufacturing of smaller tools, or engaging into transportation facilities, providing transportation facilities to the farms, okay. Also providing labor, temporary labor, okay. Such kind of activities people engage, okay. 75% of the people who are working are depend on a farming for their livelihood in Palampur, okay. In throughout the India, 52%, okay. Still more than 50% people in throughout the India directly depend on a farming, okay. They could be a farmers or a farm labor. Farmers, those who own farm. Farm laborers, the one who work only on farm, but the farms are not their property, okay. They are landless labor and they are totally depend on the activities which are carried out throughout the farm, okay, during the cropping seasons. And there are especially 3 cropping season throughout the India, okay. That is a Kharif, Rabi and Zaid, okay. These landless farm laborers actually a shifting labor, okay. Whenever there is a availability of work in their farms, they are ready to work there, okay. And when there is no work available in village, especially in farms, they started migrating for a temporary period to nearest village or a town or a district or a city to continue their economic activity, okay, to earning something for livelihood, okay. The well-being of these people is closely related to the production of a farm, okay. Now this sentence is very much important, okay. The well-being of the people those who are directly or indirectly depend on the farms, their well-being means their economic health or their status, or social well-being is directly depend on farming. If there will be a production loss in farm due to any kind of calamity, what kind of calamity may occur in a farm? Hailstorm, storms, dust storms, or attack of pest, just like a locust dust, which is currently attacking to Rajasthan, to Madhya Pradesh, everywhere, locust, or army bollworm, This kind of pests are very dangerous. They directly destroy the hectares of farms. Such kind of things happen. Actually, because of such kind of natural calamity, farmers losing their income. They lose their production loss means there is an income loss. Whatever they put already included their input inside a farm, because initial days they have to purchase seeds and make arrangement for all the types of fertilizers and the pesticides, as well as arrange labors. Whatever the amount of the money they put into their farms suddenly vanish if any calamity struck. Torrential rains also one cause of farm produce loss. Such kind of things happen, their social status will directly lowered. Because of the loss of income, people shifting from middle class, upper middle class to lower middle class, from lower middle class to on poverty line, from poverty line to BPL, from BPL to downtrodden. This is a shifting of a people's economic status because of loss of income. Continuation of well-being of their household is directly dependent on the income which is coming from a farm. That's why this line is very much important. Let's move on. Here on your screen you are just finding this. ये जो आप देख रहे हैं यहाँ पर, ठीक है, यहाँ पर दो pictures है. Here you find a people working on farm with the help of tractors में, and here is another lady who is working on a farm with the help of this smaller hoe. Now these people might be a farm owner. This man is operating tractor and this another man is standing on this thresher. Especially this is a thresher. They are standing on it and they are clearing this field. These people might be employed by the owner of a farm. Here is a lady. She is a direct symbol of a landless labor, those who are working on another farms. Their livelihood is directly depend on farm, and the farms are directly depend on the climate. Means India's 52% people life and economy is directly depend on the monsoon, water availability and climatic conditions. Here is another two pictures where the satisfied farmer we are finding, he is ready to harvest his produce. Here are another farm laborers, those who are working in the fields. And they are administering what? Fertilizer. Their future is directly depend on this climate, on rain and conducive weather, which is supposed to be suitable to their crops. If they lost their crops, there will be loss of production, and once the loss of production, loss of income, again these farmers just going to bear the burden of losses, and that will be directly impacted on their family. This is a vicious cycle. Most of the time we find that every year that we are getting this news that farmers doing suicides because of loss of their farm income. They are taking loans to put their efforts into the crops. Throughout the season they are working tirelessly on their farms, but suddenly some natural calamity happens and they lost their production. Because of continuously pile up this loan बढ़ते जाता है, कंटिन्यूस बढ़ता जाता है, और जिसके बोझ तले एक फार्मर दबता जाता है, उसकी वजह से उसको आत्महत्या करनी पड़ती है. सुसाइड करना पड़ता है. एवरी ईयर वी आर listening this news. This is a very sad story. We will discuss such kind of story in any other chapter. Let's move on. Currently, what is the story behind Palampur's farming success? But remember that there is a basic constraint in a rising farm production. Now in Palampur also population increasing, in India also population increasing. वी स्टार्टेड विद 30 करोड़ इन 1947. ओके, हमने 1947 में 30 करोड़ टोटल पॉपुलेशन था इंडिया का. आज कितना है? 130 करोड़ इन 2020. पॉपुलेशन इंक्रीज इन सच ए ह्यूज amount. Okay, so population increase, this population required food. Okay, food is a basic requirement, and without food people can't survive. It is a government initial and sole responsibility to arrange the things. Okay, during the initial period, okay, we were directly importing food grains from USA. Okay, that is a PL 248 program. Okay, here it is a challenge for every government. Population is increasing, population बढ़ता जा रहा है. Okay, and to cope up the food production according to the demand created by the increasing population. Because of the ever increasing population, there is a rising demand for the food grains. How to cope up? There is only two ways. Either we have to increase the production, but how? We have to increase the production, or we have to reduce the population. Population is not reducing. We are in a democratic country. We are appealing people, please control on your birth rate. Although some people are listening, some people are not listening. That is very separate issue. But we have to focus on increasing production. Okay, but how to increase the production? Okay, production can be increased by two ways. Either we have to increase the production by increasing total farming area. More farming area, more farms, more crops, more production, more selling of crop into markets, and fulfilling the requirement of our population, in turn getting more profit and good prosperous economic health of our farmers, or doubling the income. That is what is a cycle. Okay, but there is one problem. We have a limited land under the cultivated. Okay, although we might be going to expand our farms, okay, by increasing and including other farmlands, then also we have a limited area. We don't have unlimited things, but population is ever increasing. Okay, since 1960 in Palampur there has been no expansion in the land area under cultivation. Since 1960 in Palampur, no agriculture land is expanded. Although they expanded their land into the wasteland and barren land, and they treated that land and converted into cultivated. But there is also limit. Okay, some of the wasteland in the village had been converted into cultivable land. There exists no further scope to increase farm production by the bringing new land under the cultivation. ऐसा कोई स्कोप ही बचा नहीं है कि ऐसी ज़मीन तो बहुत लिमिटेड है, तो हम ज़्यादा ज़मीन बढ़ा नहीं सकते, ज़्यादा फार्मिंग बढ़ा नहीं सकते, हमारे पास बहुत लिमिटेड जगह है, तो क्या करें तो क्या करें? Our population is increasing. We are dire constraint to supply. Okay, हमारे पास सप्लाई कंस्टेंट है क्योंकि हमारे पास फार्मिंग लैंड बहुत कम है, वहाँ पर डिमांड बढ़ती जा रही है, पॉपुलेशन इंक्रीज है, सबको खाना पूर्ति करना हमारा फ़र्ज़ है. कैसे किया जाए, कैसे मीट किया जाए? तो हमारे पास दूसरा उपाय बचता है. व्हाट इज द सेकंड ऑप्शन? दैट वी हैव टू इंक्रीज प्रोडक्शन विद इन अ लिमिटेड लैंड. ओके, लिमिटेड लैंड में कैसे बढ़ाया जा सकता है? मल्टी स्टोरेज फार्मिंग करंटली जो न्यू टेक्निक है, एडवांस टेक्निक, और एक्वापोनिक्स it is there, but we will discuss these things, advanced technique, in a separate session. Let's see what exactly happening in Palampur. Palampur में क्या हो रहा है? ठीक है. How we can increase the production in agriculture? Okay, by increasing land under the agriculture. क्या agriculture के अंदर land increase कर सकते हैं? By increasing quantity of produce on farm. farm के ऊपर जितना भी प्रोड्यूस होता है उसको इंक्रीज करने से हो जाएगा क्या? ठीक है, बट हाउ? लेकिन करें तो कैसे करें हम लोग? ठीक है, कन्वर्टिंग अनयूज्ड बैरन लैंड इनटू द फार्मिंग लैंड. यस, दैट इज वन ऑप्शन. अनयूज्ड एंड बैरन लैंड को हम लोग क्या करेंगे? फार्मिंग लैंड में जो है कन्वर्ट कर देंगे. ठीक है, इट इज अ सिंपल मैथ्स. ये बहुत सिंपल मैथ्स है. सिंपल मैथ्स क्या है? मोर लैंड लीड्स टू द मोर क्रॉप्स, एंड मोर क्रॉप्स मीन्स टू द मोर प्रोड्यूस. ओके, ज़्यादा जमीन होगी, ज़्यादा क्रॉप्स हो गए, ज़्यादा क्रॉप्स हो गए तो ज़्यादा प्रोडक्शन होगा, ज़्यादा प्रोडक्शन होगा, ज़्यादा प्रॉफिट होगा. ठीक है, बट वी डोंट हैव अ अनलिमिटेड लैंड. हमारे पास एक ही प्रॉब्लम है, हमारे पास अनलिमिटेड लैंड नहीं है, लिमिटेड लैंड है. ओके, लिमिटेड लैंड है और उसी में सब कुछ करना है. देन हाउ टू इंक्रीज द प्रोडक्शन विदाउट इंक्रीज द लैंड अंडर द एग्रीकल्चर? तो कैसे बढ़ाया जाए? ठीक है, ये बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज है. This challenge is not only in front of the Indian government, this challenge is in front of every government in this world. Okay, is there any way, okay, can grow up more from the same land? Let's see what is the secret behind Palampur. Palampur farmers का क्या secret है? 1960 के बाद उन्होंने कोई ऐसा जमीन expansion नहीं किया हुआ है, फिर भी देखो वहाँ पर prosperous farmers है. क्या है देखते हैं. ठीक है. Palampur would resemble a village of a western part of Uttar Pradesh. Western part of Uttar Pradesh, specifically having a district Mathura, Meerut, Agra, ठीक है, Etah, such kind of districts are there. These areas blessed with high water level. Now, which river is passing through this area? Yamuna is passing. Okay, and especially these areas having a fertile land, alluvial soil is there, very fertile soil. Okay, that is a plus point. Okay, all land is cultivable in Palampur. That is another thing. Palampur में सारी की सारी जो land है cultivable है. No land left ideal. During the rainy season means a kharif, farmer goes jowar and bajra, and these plants are used as a cattle feed. Okay, these crops are used as a cattle feed, and it is followed by the cultivation of potato between October and December. Okay, and in winter season, that is known as a Rabbi, fields are sown with wheat. Okay, they produce wheat and surplus sell into the markets of nearest village. Okay, such a kind of description of a Palampur gives us direct information that Palampur is having a well established advanced farming technique. Okay, there are certain plus points. What are those plus points? Palampur is situated in such kind of western Uttar Pradesh areas where water availability is there, good type of soil is there. Okay, they are able to take crops thrice in a year. Okay, thrice in a year means a good soil quality, soil fertility is very high. Okay, and water availability is there 3 times Kharif, Rabbi and Zaid. Okay, a part of a land area is also devoted to the sugar cane, and which is harvested once every year. Sugar cane in its raw form known as a jaggery. Raw form में क्या कहा जाता है? Jaggery बोला जाता है. ठीक है, jaggery. It is sold to the traders in Shahpur. Uttar Pradesh is number 1 in sugar production. Maximum number of sugar factories are there in Uttar Pradesh. This is for your GK purpose. Okay. Now from this description, we can detect the another information. So here we find linkage of geography as well as economy. Geography is having a direct bearing on economy, and economy is having a direct bearing on politics. That is a political science, society. Okay, and combination of these things we are creating a history. Okay, everyday events. So you must learn this linkage. आपको ये सारे linkage सीखने हैं, ठीक है ना? How it is possible to take such a huge production? Okay, ये कैसे possible है इतना सारा production लेना? ठीक है, it is possible because of use of fertilizer. Fertilizer के use से possible है. Use of advanced method of farming के advanced method से. Okay, use of GM seed and HYV seeds, water management and use of pesticide. Now HYV seed, full form of HYV seed is high yielding variety seeds. What is the full form of GM seed? GM seed means genetically modified seeds. Yes, genetically modified seeds. In India, Government of India given a permission only 2 crops, that is a BT brinjal and BT cotton. These 2 crops are genetically modified. Okay, now there are certain other crops also in line for the feed trial. Okay, feed trial is under consideration, but most of the people saying that we don't want a genetically modified seeds, okay, other than a brinjal and this cotton. Okay, these seeds may create a problem of a genetic base of a traditional seeds. Okay, such a things are going on, and the matter is still pending in High Court. Okay, and a field trial of GM crops is suspended here in India. But in other countries, okay, especially in USA, Russia and China, genetically modified seeds are heavily used. okay, in their farms, and they are increasing their production. Okay, the main reasons why the farmers are able to grow 3 different crops in a year in Palampur is due to the well-developed system of irrigation. Because of the well-developed irrigation system, water availability is there. Okay, they have access to water and they can provide water to their crops regularly. That's why crops are producing very fine produce. Okay, also they have electricity. Electricity came to the Palampur. Its major impact was to transform the system of irrigation. Okay, electricity impacted on an irrigation system. Okay, Persian wheels were still in use. Some of the farmers drawn water from the field. Now the Persian wheels is an instrument which is specially used to draw water from a well. These wheels we find where the water table is very high. Okay, means Palampur is situated in such an area where the groundwater level is up to 10 meter or hardly 12 meter, not more than a 12 meter or 15 meter. Okay, means Persian wheels are used there. Okay, some of the fact you must know that कि जो मेजरमेंट है भारत में फार्म का अलग अलग जगह अलग अलग है. कई जगह कुछ स्टेट्स में बीघा करके बोलते हैं, कुछ स्टेट्स में गुंठा करके बोलते हैं. स्पेशली सदर्न स्टेट कॉलिंग गुंठा एंड नॉर्थन स्टेट इट इज कॉलिंग बीघा. ओके, I already traveled to the North India and even the South India. I know these things. Okay, Gunta is specially called after Maharashtra. Below Maharashtra, we find this Gunta as a common word to measure farms. Okay, and Bigha is a common word to measure farmland and measure land tracts in northern India, especially Madhya Pradesh and up to Kashmir. Okay. This is a general purpose knowledge. Okay, you should know if you are dealing with the farms. Okay, the first few tube wells were installed by the government. Where? In Palampur. Soon, however, the farms started setting up a private tube wells. As a result, by mid of 1970, the entire cultivated area of a 200 hectare was irrigated. Earlier, some of the areas were rain-fed. Okay, they don't have that much of tube well, because the water level is not equal everywhere. Somewhere where the Persian wheel is used, there might be water level up to 5 meter or maybe a 10 meter. But some other areas in Palampur, there might be a lower water level, okay, where they required to dig up a well. Okay, and well digging is a hectic job. Okay, it is a time taken job as well as money consuming job. Okay, as soon as the tube well technology arrived in India, people started using a tube well, and tube well required a pump set, and that pump set running on electricity. So electricity is become a direct factor in the progress of agriculture in Palampur. Okay, let's move on. Here you find 3 pictures. Okay, यहाँ पर आप 3 पिक्चर देख सकते हैं. ये बोरवेल के पिक्चर है. यहाँ पर फ्लड इरिगेशन दिख रहा है, तीनों तरफ फ्लड इरिगेशन है. ठीक है. एंड इन दिस सेंट्रल पिक्चर यू आर फाइंडिंग अ सोलर पैनल्स. यहाँ पर सोलर पैनल दिख रहे हैं. Okay. Recently, Government of India installed solar power direct current (DC) current pump set in various farms. Okay, solar pump set scheme is there. Okay, under which they are providing a sustainable electricity solution for irrigation in farms. Okay. Government of India providing a subsidy to dig up a tube well, and also providing a subsidy to install this plant. Okay, solar power plant, and this power plant is directly connected with the motor which is fitted inside tube well. Okay, this is one scheme. Government of India providing this money under the scheme which was started under the name Har Khet Ko Pani, water to every field. Okay, ये स्कीम है, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है आपके लिए, प्लीज़ ध्यान रखना. हियर इज अ डायरेक्ट पिक्चर ऑफ अ ट्यूबवेल. यहाँ पर पिक्चर आप देख सकते हैं ट्यूबवेल का. मैन्युअली ऑपरेटेड डीप ट्यूबवेल. ओके, मैन्युअली ऑपरेटेड शैलो ट्यूबवेल. हियर इज अ वाटर टेबल. इफ वी आर कंटिन्यूसली एक्सट्रैक्टिंग वाटर, ओके, डे बाय डे अगर लगातार वाटर निकालेंगे, ओके, एंड वी विल नॉट मेक एनी काइंड ऑफ अरेंजमेंट टू रिचार्ज दिस वाटर इज रिचार्ज ओनली बाय rainwater. Okay, so what will happen? This water level will go down and down day by day, and the day will come, this aquifer become dry. Okay, in northern states, specifically western Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Punjab, where they started their progress of agriculture with using this tube well, now the water table gone such a low level that even after digging a 250 meter or around a 500 meter, almost a half a kilometer, okay, down tube well, they are not finding water. Okay, this is a certain another kind of problem arise because of a recklessly using groundwater. We have to use this judicious, we have to use this resource. Groundwater is not unlimited, it is limited, and we have to use this resource very judiciously. That is very important. Okay, here is a visuals of a Persian wheel. देख सकते हैं Persian wheel है दोनों तरफ. So Persian wheel required a very high water level. Okay, almost the depth of this well might be just a 5 meter and below 5 meter. Okay, these are the traditional well, traditional techniques. Okay, Persian wheel. Not all villages in India have such a high level of irrigation. सभी जो है इंडिया के villages में irrigation नहीं है. Apart from the riverine plains, the plains situated along the rivers and even the coastal regions in our country are well irrigated. Okay. In contrast, plateau regions such as the Deccan Plateau have low levels of irrigation. Deccan Plateau having a low levels of irrigation. Farms in the Deccan Plateau directly depend on tank irrigation system. Okay, they have to store water during the rainy season in tanks, and these tanks are readily available for the irrigation during the dry season. Okay, out of the total cultivated area in the country, a little less of 40% is irrigated even today. How much area is irrigated? Only 40%. That's why Government of India started this scheme to increase the area from rain-fed to the irrigation. Okay, that is Har Khet Ko Pani. That is the name of the scheme. Okay, in the remaining areas, farming is largely dependent on the rainfall. Okay, that is a rain-fed farm. To grow more than one crop on a piece of land during the year is known as a multiple cropping. This is very much important. Okay, exam के लिए काफी important है, 1 marker के लिए आ सकता है, MCQ के लिए भी आ सकता है. Okay, what is a multiple cropping or define multiple cropping? To grow more than one crop on a piece of land during the year is known as multiple cropping. एक से ज़्यादा अगर हम लोग crop लेते हैं तो उसको multiple cropping बोलते हैं एक ही साल में. Okay, agriculture year is started from Kharif season and ended in Zaid season. Okay, Kharif, Rabi and Zaid. It is not aligned with our normal year. January to December नहीं होता agriculture year. Agriculture year started from Kharif and ending at Zaid. Okay, it is also a most common way to increasing the production on a given piece of land. Okay, the farmers in the Palampur grow at least 2 main crop. Okay, minimum. Normal farmer is taking minimum 2 crop. Most of the farmers are taking 3 crops. Many are growing potato as their third crop in the past 15 to 20 years. Okay. Irrigation is a very important factor in agriculture production. Okay. That's why if you have irrigated land, you will have more and more production. Okay. Here it is a visual of 2. Here is a flood irrigation and sprinkle irrigation. 2 irrigation है. One is a traditional method, that is a flood irrigation. Okay, and here is a sprinkler irrigation. For higher agriculture yield, we have to apply the modern farming method. Now here it is a word used in your book, yield. What is yield? Yield is measured as a crop produced on a given piece of land during a single season. Okay, very very important for MCQ. Okay, MCQ के लिए काफ़ी important है. ठीक है. Define yield. Yield क्या होता है? ठीक है. Yield is measured as a crop produced on a given piece of land during a single season. Okay. Till the mid of 1960, the seeds used were cultivated by the traditional one with the relative low yield. Okay. Traditional seeds needed less irrigation. Farmers used cow dung, other natural manure and fertilizer. Okay. All these were readily available with the farms who did not have to buy them. These all seeds are readily available with the farms, traditional seeds. Okay, What are the benefit of this traditional seeds? They require less water. Okay, they are having a pest resistance. Okay, they can survive in a dry areas also. But what are the problematic factor? These traditional seeds producing less. Okay, see, I just wanted to give you example. Suppose there are the two seeds of mango. Okay, one is a traditional seed, another is a high yielding variety seed. Traditional seed, okay, ready to give mangoes. Also high yielding variety seed also ready to give mangoes. But what is the difference between the two mango trees? A mango tree which is grown out of a traditional seed will give only 10 mango or maybe a maximum 100 mangoes. But a mango tree which is grown out of high yielding variety will produce 1000 mangoes. Now there is a huge difference. Okay, this is what the yield difference between the traditional seed and high yielding variety seeds. Okay, that you must understand. Okay, I think your doubt is clear. Okay, the grain revolution in the late 1960s introduced the Indian farmer to cultivation of a wheat and rice using the high yielding varieties. The green revolution was specifically giving attention to the wheat and rice. Okay, that is known as a staple food. Wheat is a staple food of north. Okay, rice is a staple food of south. Okay, specifically high yielding variety seeds. Okay, why we use high yielding varieties? Because of the, as example which I given of a mango tree, for the same purpose. Okay, we required a more and more amount of a production within a limited land. Okay, compared to the traditional seeds, high yielding variety seeds promise to produce much greater amount of a grain on a single plant. एक ही प्लांट के ऊपर ज्यादा ग्रेन्स आएंगे, एक ही प्लांट के ऊपर ज्यादा फ्रूट्स आएंगे. That is what is the benefit of high yielding varieties. But with the benefit, there are certain problems. Okay, what are those? As a result, the same piece of land would now produce far larger quantities of good grains, food grains than the earlier. Okay, but high yielding varieties needed plenty of water. Traditional seeds needs low water or minimum amount of water. They can survive in drought. Okay, but high yielding varieties seeds required a regular water. Okay, high demand of water and chemical fertilizer, pesticides. Okay, these high yielding varieties are susceptible to the pest and they required a fertilizer, continuous feed. High yielding seeds were possible only from the combination of HYV seeds, irrigation, chemical fertilizer and pesticide. Okay, more production is possible only with the combination of these things. Okay, so there are certain benefits, certain problems. Because of the high yielding varieties, people started using more and more fertilizer, more and more pesticides, and because of that, bioaccumulation of a chemical started. Okay, what is the bioaccumulation? This pest become chemically laced. Okay, and because of that, we are consuming the food which is raised on high chemical doses. So this chemical started accumulating in consumer's body. If we are eating that food, this chemical started remaining inside our body. Okay, that's why now people started a new method that is known as organic, means switching to the older method. Okay, no use of fertilizer, no use of pesticide, only use of natural manures. Okay, use of natural seeds. Okay, people now shifting there. That is organic farming. It is very new technique. Okay, recently in the news, Sikkim is the first state of India which declare himself as a 100% organic state. Okay, this is for your knowledge purpose. You must know that which state of India is declare himself as a 100% organic state. Okay, let's move on. Farmers of Punjab, Haryana and Western Uttar Pradesh were the first to try out the modern farming in India. Okay, because they have a good quality of soil, also having a water. Okay, farmers in this region set up a tube wells for irrigation and made use of HYV seed, chemical fertilizer, pesticides in the farming. Okay, some of them bought farm machinery like the tractors, threshers, and which made plugging harvesting faster. Okay, they were rewarded with a high yield of wheat. Okay, because of this all types of things, their production increased, and after 1960s, now we find India become a self-sufficient in food grains. We have a huge amount of a buffer stock. in our Food Corporation of India. We can feed our population perfectly, but such a things may continue if populations continuously growing beyond a certain threshold. Okay, now it is 130 crore. If it will continue to grow beyond it, can our farm produce will sustain it? क्या हम उनकी भूख मिटा सकेंगे? इतना कंटिन्यूसली प्रोडक्शन बढ़ा पाएंगे? इसके ऊपर बहुत क्वेश्चन मार्क. बट here are the two pictures. It is man behind the green revolution. Here is a Swaminathan, Dr. Swaminathan, and here is a Dr. Norman Borlaug. Norman Borlaug developed the techniques of, and he experimented his technique in Mexican wheat, and Mr. Swaminathan and Mr. Norman Borlaug both combinedly assisted India to become a self-sufficient in farm production, okay, in food grains. Okay, so we are having indebted in their efforts. Okay, they supported India and they are with their knowledge and their efforts. इन लोगों का बहुत ज़्यादा एहसान है हमारे ऊपर, ठीक है ना, दोनों का, डॉक्टर MS स्वामीनाथन का और नॉर्मन बोरलॉग का, ठीक है. इसी के साथ ये सेशन खत्म होता है. एट द एंड ऑफ द सेशन मैं आपके लिए कुछ क्वेश्चन लेकर आया हूँ. क्वेश्चंस आर एज फॉलोज. व्हाई द लैंड इज इम्पोर्टेंट for the agriculture? Why land is so much important for the agriculture? Other than land, what are the important factors in the agriculture production? Why the irrigation is required to increase yield agriculture? What is the full form of HYV? Okay, that is very simple. High yielding varieties. What is the full form of GM crops? Okay, that is also a potential question. What is a multiple cropping? How multiple cropping is useful to increase farm income? मल्टीपल क्रॉपिंग कैसे यूजफुल है फार्म इनकम के लिए, ठीक है. डिस्क्राइब अ वाइटल रोल प्लेड बाय द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी इन इंक्रीजिंग फार्म प्रोडक्शन. ओके, दीज आर द पोटेंशियल क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम दिस सेक्शन. ओके, आई होप सो आपको ये सेशन काफ़ी अच्छा लगा होगा. ओके, और आपने काफ़ी नॉलेज गेन किया होगा. इसी तरीके से पढ़ते रहिए. थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग. ओके, मेरे साथ बने रहने के लिए थैंक्स. ओके, आपको अच्छा लगता है तो इसको अपने दोस्तों के साथ शेयर करो, ठीक है, कमेंट करो और सजेशन पक्का दो, ठीक है. शेयर करने से नॉलेज बढ़ता है, ठीक है. अपना नॉलेज बांटने से नॉलेज ग्रो होता है, ठीक है. टिल देन, स्टे होम, स्टे सेफ, कीप लर्निंग एंड कीप ग्रोइंग. स्टे कूल एंड बी सक्सेसफुल. ऐसे ही पढ़ते रहिए और जीवन में सदा आगे बढ़ते रहिए. जय हिंद, जय भारत.